I apologize for the technical difficulties in my Jackie Mahomes video last night. I don't know what happened in the upload process. I had a lot of trouble uploading that video late yesterday afternoon. When I was editing it, everything came across fine. So I appreciate you guys giving me a heads up and letting me know immediately that we were having problems, but wasn't much I could do about it. We have so much to get into today. I'm going to try to get 3 videos out today. If I had unlimited time, I could make 10 videos today. There's just so much going on right now in the land of virginity. Many of you have hit me up about the NFL's addition to the Rooney Rule. As of now, if nothing else changes, my plan is to get into that later this afternoon. I need to get into the ratings for March Madness over the weekend. We need to get caught up on NBA ratings. And speaking of ratings, guess who didn't crack the top 150 again on Sunday? Just take a wild guess. Bomani Jones. What a loser. There was a show that aired Sunday called Botched, some network named Universo. It drew 52,000 viewers. We cannot consider Botched a huge embarrassing failure because they beat Bomani Jones. Now, I'm not going to dedicate another full video to the biggest failure in media. There's only so many times I can call Bomani Jones a fucking loser, a huge embarrassing failure, before I get tired of hearing myself talk about it. Instead, we're going to start off Tuesday talking about another failure in sports media, Jemele Hill. Oh, Jemele Hill. The woman competing with Leah Thomas for the title of sexiest social justice warrior. Your television, it appreciates you when you turn on Fox News. You see beautiful women like Dana Perino, Harris Faulkner, Julia Banderas, Rachel Campos Duffy. Now compare that with the women presented to you by CNN. Jemele Hill, Rex Chapman, Brian Stelter. But KC, 2 of those are men. Yeah, but according to my inside sources, they identify as women. Rex Chapman, he prefers she/her pronouns. CNN and ESPN, they are in competition to see who can bleed the most viewers. It's the only thing I can think of that makes any sense. When you're running a television network, your primary objective is to draw an audience. That's why Fox News hires beautiful women. The women at Fox, they are all very talented, they're all qualified, but executives at the network, they know their audience. Most right-leaning or center-right dudes, they like women. They don't like going to bed with non-binary goats. Most men who watch Fox News prefer waking up to a beautiful woman in the morning. Then we have CNN, who launches their new streaming service today. Are you excited? I mean, seriously. I know you guys have to be excited for this launch. For the small price of $60 a year, CNN is really giving you a lot of value for your money. Let me think. What can I buy for $60? That money would get me half a tank of gas in my 4Runner. Appreciate that, Joe Biden. Oh, I'm sorry. I appreciate that, Donald Trump and Vladimir Putin. We are not allowed to blame Joe Biden. We must blame everything on Trump and Putin. Those evil, evil white men. Did you know Will Smith slapping Chris Rock, that was Donald Trump's fault? Yeah. Donald Trump is multi-talented. In the span of 24 hours, he made a hole-in-one in golf, and then he used his power of osmosis to communicate telepathically with Will Smith and command him to slap Chris Rock. That Trump, he is one talented fucker. But let's see, what else can I buy for $60? New Under Armour shirts, a dozen T1 golf balls, 18 holes of golf. There are plenty of ways to spend $60 wisely. But none of that compares to the value CNN offers you for $60. Don Lemon, who you can watch free every night on CNN, but Donnie is always more entertaining behind a paywall. Rex Chapman, if you have problems sleeping, you no longer need melatonin or Ambien. CNN has you covered with Rex Chapman. Within 5 minutes of his program, you'll be fast asleep. Brian Stelter. Brian Stelter. For $60 a year, you can keep track of Brian Stelter's progress. He is on a mission to be the largest social justice warrior in media with the smallest package. Chris Wallace, who's about as entertaining as a highly contested WNBA game. And CNN, they round out their all-star lineup with the witch of woke, the queen of drag queens, the empress of equity, the rogue of racism, the diva of diversity, the idol of inclusion, the favorite social justice warrior for all men who want to remain celibate, Jemele Hill. Oh, I can't wait for this premiere. I have not been this excited about a premiere since Garbage Theory with Bomani Jones premiered 3 weeks ago. Jemele Hill. She was so busy over the weekend hyping up the premiere of her bullshit. First, she hopped on her broom, flew from Los Angeles to New York City. Jemele Hill, she's real concerned about the environment. She doesn't like fossil fuels, so instead of getting on a plane like a normal person and releasing all those carbon emissions into the air, she jumped on her broom, which is kind of ironic, since the carbon emissions coming out of her mouth and ass are far more harmful to the environment than your standard airplane. Like most social justice warriors, Jemele Hill had a lot of time on her hands this weekend. Us normal people, we were busy last weekend, watching your kids or your nephews play Little League, playing golf. Maybe you worked in your yard. What we weren't doing is searching through Twitter looking for a reason to exhibit fake outrage. I tell you guys all the time, most of these social justice warriors spend their time looking for a reason to be offended. Well, here is your proof. Credit to Bobby Burek over at Outkick for finding this for me. I would not have found this myself. I have Jemele Hill blocked on Twitter. I block very, very few people, but the last time I pulled up Jemele Hill's Twitter account on my phone, the screen cracked. So I had to block her, and I highly recommend that you do the same. Anyway, as you can see, this woman, Judith Hill Fleming, she tweeted about St. Peter's making the Elite Eight. She questioned why they were wearing Black Lives Matter t-shirts. I mean, it's a fair question. I'm not sure what a Marxist political organization who is currently mired in a financial scandal, I'm not sure what the hell they have to do with college basketball. Judith Fleming, she has less than 300 followers on Twitter. Her reach on the platform is about the same as Bomani Jones. I mean, you have to be really searching for something to find this tweet. It would be like searching for a spare donut in Brian Stelter's kitchen. It's hard to find. Unless you're Jemele Hill, who is a professional at fake outrage. She had plenty of spare time on her broom this weekend. I don't know if you've ever flown a broom before, but a broom flight from LA to New York takes around 16 hours. Jemele Hill, she twists this woman's words into her claiming Black lives don't matter. Now, I know Judith Fleming's tweet was incredibly long. I know social justice warriors struggle with reading comprehension. But sometimes, I can overlook things. So I went back and I spent 5 seconds rereading the tweet. At no point did Judith Fleming say Black lives don't matter. As you guys know, Jemele Hill never lets facts get in the way of her agenda, which with Jemele Hill, the agenda is all white people are evil. Oh, and by the way, Jemele, Black Lives Matter is a political statement. Just because you say it's not doesn't mean we believe your bullshit. Jemele Hill is another example of why equity never works. Now, I will give her credit. She is a skilled writer. I'm not going to call her a journalist. Journalists produce articles based on facts and allow the reader to form their own opinion. Jemele Hill is a skilled propagandist. She takes facts, spins them into bullshit, and pushes it to her minuscule audience consisting of lonely gender-void caterpillars and women who look like Rachel Levine. But here's the thing. How can someone fail so many times and continue to be given opportunities in the mainstream media? Bill O'Reilly was a massive success. His show was #1 in cable news for over 20 years. He gets embroiled in one scandal, and he's never given another opportunity in the media. Then you have Jemele Hill, who has spent the last few years spreading racism. She became the SportsCenter anchor at ESPN. Failed. She was so radical, the worldwide leader in woke could no longer tolerate her. She started a show on Vice with Carrie Champion, another woman who victimizes her own community for her own personal gain. Failed. Vice, they quietly canceled the show. It didn't even make the news. No one gave a shit because no one was watching. And no one watched because no one gives a fuck about Jemele Hill. Oh, and I'm not done. Let's continue with her failures. She starts a podcast. Jemele Hill is unbothered. Her analytics on Spotify, I couldn't find them. They're not available. Probably because viewership is so low, Spotify doesn't want to explain paying this shitfuck hundreds of thousands of dollars to not draw an audience. So what I did, I pulled her stats from YouTube. Here they are. Jemele Hill started her YouTube channel in 2019, same time I started my channel. She has a little over 2 million views. This channel, we're almost at 5 million. She has more subscribers than I do, but look at her views. Then go look at ours. This woman has a national platform, major media conglomerates behind her, hundreds of thousands of dollars spent on promotion. She has 1.4 million followers on Twitter, and she's being dominated by some dumbass sitting in front of the world's ugliest curtains. The only reason Jemele Hill continues to be given opportunities in the mainstream media is because she's turned herself into the ultimate victim. If you don't hire me, you're not only a misogynist, you're a racist, and I will tell the world of your transgressions. A couple of months ago, Jemele Hill, who claims to be unbothered, was bothered by Spotify paying Joe Rogan $100 million. That's not fair. Joe Rogan is white and he's a man. White men are always given money when they succeed. I want to see Spotify give that kind of money to me, a no-talent, useless race baiter who can't draw an audience. I am worth $100 million, and if you don't agree, you are a racist. Jemele Hill is disgusting. Jemele Hill is a loser. Jemele Hill is completely useless. Jemele Hill is a race baiter. And you can take this next part to the bank. This time next year, Jemele Hill will not have a show on CNN. This will be another failure. Hell, this woman can't draw an audience on free platforms. You think people are going to pay $60 every year to listen to her bloviate, listen to her bullshit? No. But let me know what you think. Jemele Hill, the female version of Bomani Jones, being given another opportunity in the mainstream media after so many failures. Sound off in the comments below. Make sure to like and subscribe. Click the notification bell to receive all notifications from the channel. Best way to contact me is by email at btlkc84@gmail.com, KC_BTL84 on Twitter. See you guys later.